What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Week 15 of the NFL. We'll be breaking down the 5 top games of the week. I'm here, as always, with Patrick, Manis, myself, and Zach, who is looking a little small today, but that's because he doesn't go to the gym. We actually just got a fat pump before this little video we're shooting. Shout out Baz Zero Fitness. Sick place.
Sick place, love it.
Someone just shit themselves. Who just shit themselves?
That was not me. I didn't need Subway.
Stovins. Unbelievable.
Jeez.
But before we start this, we wanted to talk about some actions that Jake Paul has been taking. Jake Paul, right? Not Logan. Jake.
Jake.
They're both stupid, but
Both stupid.
currently talking about the
Idiots.
J.
Check out this picture right here. Jake Paul posted a little video on Twitter that will be there. Don't worry, it's right here for us. Right here. Yeah. So basically, Jake Paul attacked McGregor's jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah,
Jiu-jitsu coach by throwing stuff at him in an interview. I think this guy's going down a path that he might not be able to turn back from now.
You know, also,
Did you see the Instagram story today?
yeah, he was on FaceTime with the jiu-jitsu coach's girlfriend.
Wicked hot.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah, he FaceTimed the jiu-jitsu coach's girlfriend.
And she picked up and claimed she thought it was just a random number, which
makes
for a famous person.
makes zero sense. If you're a famous person and you get a FaceTime from a random number you don't have saved into your phone, are you answering that call?
But now it's an interesting play. Does the jiu-jitsu coach break up with her? Because then Jake Paul can be like, yo, I broke up you guys. Or does he have to, like...
I think it's time for him to beat his ass.
The jiu-jitsu?
If you ask me, I think the jiu-jitsu...
I mean, if it's up to Dana White, Amanda Nunez is just going to kick the shit out of Jake.
She would clobber him. She's a scary
I mean, he
woman.
came out and said that. He's like, I'm just going to throw Amanda Nunez
She's
in
like,
there.
Amanda Nunes is low-key one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, female or male.
She also said that
She
she
would
was
kill
in.
him.
She said, I'm in.
She would kill
Because
him.
everyone in the UFC is like, has McGregor's back, and they're like, yo, like, he has a big fight coming up. Like, Nate Diaz was just like, yo.
They hate each other,
yeah.
too. Like, him and McGregor, like, don't like
Yeah.
each other. But he's just like...
Yeah, he's like, I'm a
Well,
fucking
because he's
kicker.
just blemishing the sport that they all, like, live for.
Yeah, because boxing is doing a terrible job at what they're keeping up a good reputation.
Which
Like,
is why Floyd's going to beat Logan's ass to save the reputation of that sport.
yeah, that's a good take. Because I think he's trying to save boxing. He's like, this is ridiculous. Let's try to like do something here and knock this kid out so he doesn't think he can fight anymore. Because this Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer in the history of the sport,
Yeah.
or at least top three. At least top three.
Top 3.
Yeah.
He has to be.
Definitely. I mean, he's got to be.
It's Tyson, Ali, and him.
Yeah. So I don't see Jake Paul lasting past the first round, or is it Logan fighting him?
Logan fighting him.
Floyd. He's not gonna last
and
long.
Jake's just being a little punk ass bitch to everyone in the UFC.
Yeah, which is weird. You're trying to get someone who doesn't box to box you, and you're still gonna lose.
Step in the
I want him
octagon.
to MMA one of
Yeah,
them.
step in the
He would
octagon.
die.
Yeah, literally get
He would
ruined.
get
Good
a
old
kick to the head and
Bully beatdown.
death.
Yeah. Facts. But real quick, this is actually part 2 because we had some technical difficulties filming this last time. We actually had a sick episode. It was really funny.
It was.
Great content. We're talking about how our camera guy shotguns Italian dressing.
It was good stuff.
Good stuff. It was great. Just
You know,
him.
Now
I
they're
just-
just gonna stay
yeah.
under closed doors. And
Yeah, it's
in the
lucky
archives.
camera guy, let me tell you.
Yeah. I mean, like you're sitting there, you're looking at a computer, you see
He was this close. to the
error
pause button.
overload. You sit there. You sit there and you see error overload popping up repeatedly on your computer.
First instinct, what would it be, Pat? What
Maybe-
would first instinct be?
Maybe say something. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think it's exit.
Yeah.
Just ignore the warning. Ignore the
I
warning.
think you just close it.
Maybe, yeah, like say something to us, but no, let's just continue recording the whole episode, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And then later that night, we find out that the whole episode's ruined. It's just gone. Completely terminated. Gotta redo it.
The whole point of doing it yesterday was to avoid the snowstorm, and he'll be out in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yeah, just getting pounded by snow. But anyways, I don't know if they got pounded by snow. Maybe because they're in Minnesota. The Vikings, Chicago Bears, are visiting the Vikings. Bears are plus 3.5 over under at 47. Pat, what are you thinking?
This game's a little bit tough for me. Bears played a really good game last week.
They did.
Vikings, they're always a good team. Tough to say. That's why I didn't want to pick anything other than the Vikings money line. I think the Vikings are going to win this game. They'll pull it out. They'll win. The Bears might put up a fight, but I don't think the Bears will play to the caliber of the Minnesota Vikings, especially in Minnesota. I know they don't have fans, but, it's still home field advantage. So, Minnesota money line.
I'm with Pat here. I think the Vikings are a very on and off team, as they have been in recent memory, I feel like. And last week was their off week against the Buccaneers. They're back at home. Skull on week, baby. On week. Bears had an on week last week when they just went off. But
Wait, what was that thing?
What?
This thing. What was that?
Skull. It's the Vikings chant.
Oh, word. That's swag.
Yeah,
I thought it was like the ace in volleyball. It was like wrong sport.
Safety.
Dude, going to volleyball games though in high school were sick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like the
Playoffs,
blocks.
Playoffs volleyball? Oh, nothing better.
Different breed.
Nothing better.
Different breed.
Still have no idea what the other color shirt means, but what was it?
It's a libero.
I think it means they can, change in at any
Yeah,
time
it's like a
in
weird
any position.
rule where they can sub in whenever.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird.
Just like a captain or something.
Yeah.
But Bears went off last week, but let's be real, it's Trubisky behind the helm. Don't think they're doing it again. Vikings got some weapons on it. I think we're lit. Vikings -3.5.
All right. I do like the over in this game at 47.5. The Bears have been able to put up over 25 points in the last 3 games. I think their offense is starting to click. Oh my God, Marcus Mariota, your beast, but they're playing right now, the Raiders, and he's just an animal. But like I said, they've scored over 25 points. They played the Packers, who has a pretty decent. I would say their defense is kind of similar to the Vikings, maybe a little bit better. So that gives me hope that they can hopefully put up another 20 on them. And I think the Vikings are just gonna kind of just go all Kirk Cousins and just air it out.
Air raid Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Over, I think, is a safe bet. Slam the over. It's gonna be a good day. And then Zach, the guy that doesn't go to the gym anymore, tried to start a diet and now looks like, an idiot. Yeah, just an absolute idiot. I have to
Why
find
isn't
what he
he
wants.
speaking?
Yeah, Zach, what's going on with you, dude? I think he's camera shy now that he's lost so much weight. He said he's trying to work out, but clearly he's doing more cardio than working out, I guess. But
He likes to do it in ripped jeans when he does, though.
Yeah, he runs in really tight ripped jeans with a very tight tank top. It's cute. You look good.
It's definitely a polo tank top, though.
Yeah. But Zach, what do you want? The under at 47?
That's
Because
silly, man.
silly, absolutely silly. You think that the Bears defense is? Oh, you think the Vikings defense is very bad and the Bears defense is very bad, but you're relying on incomplete passes. Word. All right, so under at 47. Don't bet with Zach this week because he looks like a fool. He kind of looks like a fool every week, but we're going to continue on with Seattle visiting Washington. Seattle is a -5.5 favorite, over under at 44.5. Big game. Washington's firing on all cylinders. Seattle just pumped the Jets. Pat, how do you break down this one?
Seattle just came off a win over the Jets. It's the Jets, but still, they pumped the Jets.
Piss pumped.
They're hot.
With piss.
Washington, they beat the Steelers. They're coming. They're kind of hot right now, but I do not think that the Seattle Seahawks lose to 2 NFC East teams in the same year. I just don't see it happening. The Seahawks will not allow that to happen. That is why I'm picking Seattle at -5.5. I think Seattle's just going to blow through Washington in this game, but could be interesting. I'm hoping Seattle pulls out the win.
So not only am I betting on the Seahawks to win because I want the football team to lose so the Giants can come back and win and take first place in the East, but the reason I believe this is also going to happen is because they're on a 4-game winning streak. Giants were just on a 4-game winning streak and then we lost. Feeling like it's about time for the football team to lose. Also, Alex Smith might not play. That's a question mark. Don't like Haskins at all. Defense is good. It's a really good defense, but as Pat said, I think that loss to the Giants is still fresh in Russ's head. Beating the Jets is a little bit nice, but he's got to get a big W. So I think he's gonna smack down on the football team. Seattle -5.5.
See, I like the Washington football team's defense a lot right now. I think they're really meshing. They held two pretty decently valuable, good offenses to less than 20 points. The Steelers, who has a phenomenal offense, they only scored 17, and the 49ers were only able to score 15. I mean, Nick Mullins is actually just gross. He's not good at QB. They need to find a backup there for the 49ers, but I like Washington in this. I'm gonna take the points with Washington at +5.5 because I think it's gonna be a close game. I can see them losing. I think Russell, last name Wilson, is gonna ball out, but Washington has a good defense.
Do you think it's going to be a close game if Dwayne Haskins plays?
I'm gonna. That's
you're
tough.
relying strictly on the Washington defense.
Which
is
I
fine.
think they can hold him.
It's fine.
Listen,
I think that's a fair thing to hold him to.
Dwayne Haskins, he just doesn't need to turn over the ball. Just just run the ball. Just run the ball, run the timeout. So under could possibly, if Haskins is in, under might be a play. Under might be a play because they're not going to want to use him in the passing game.
Yeah, because if you think about it, when they just lost to the Giants, we had no offense going that game. We had Colt McCoy playing.
Right.
It was all defense, and we won that game. So, and I think the football team defense is better than the Giants defense, and I think Haskins is better than Colt McCoy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Haskins is.
Colt McCoy didn't have any negatives, didn't have any positives.
On that team might be better in terms of O-line. I think is better. Terry McLaurin is definitely better than anyone we have.
Yeah.
But they are missing Antonio Gibson too, which is huge.
Massive. So Zach's gonna be taking the Seahawks -5.5, because I don't know why he's picking that. Probably because he is feeding off of Monis's brain. Because Zach can't think for himself because he's a simp, and he thinks women are objects and that he can own them. I'm only referencing his Instagram posts currently. Don't go look at his Instagram, though, because he took it down. So the reference isn't there anymore, but...
He did?
Inside
I didn't
joke.
even see this.
See, Zach is my boy, but I will roast him when I have the opportunity. I am there. I'm pretty good at getting you guys anywhere, but... Maybe I go a little far now that I think about it. That was a little rough. He's not here to really defend himself. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. He is here. He is here in
But he can't defend.
But he can't defend.
I think the cat's
Look at him. He's not defending anything.
And the cat's got his tongue over there.
He's just pathetic today. It's just disgusting. It sickens me. But anyways, on to the next one. Going down to Florida, Patriots are visiting the Miami Dolphins. Patriots are +2.5, over under at 44. Let's fire on all cylinders. Pat, we know what you think of the Dolphins. What do you got going on?
You already know. The Dolphins do not lose in Miami. Unless it's to the Chiefs, of course. But, the Patriots always beat Miami in New England. Miami always seems to pull out a win. Even if they have a shitty team in Miami, they seem to pull something out of their asses and get the win. I will say, watching some SportsCenter and other stuff today, I did see that the Patriots, even though Miami's -2.5 and they're the favorite to win this game, the Patriots actually have a better percentage to win this game somehow.
Curious.
Very weird. But obviously, me being a Dolphins fan, going to pick Miami -2.5. I don't think they lose this game to the Patriots. Cam Newton has not been playing his MVP caliber season.
Not even close.
No. But Cam Newton doesn't scare me. Bill Belichick does, which is a scary thing on its own. But Miami -2.5. Get the win in Miami. Fins up.
Yeah, 100% agree with Pat. Bill Belichick is the X factor in this game 100%, because this is it. This is their final chance, I believe, to try to get the AFC wildcard spot. So that they got to win this game, especially with Miami being ahead of them and second in the AFC fucking East. Yep. I think it's kind of pointing to me, Pats as dogs, that the Pats should be the good bet here, but I never bet the Pats. This is in Miami. Cam Newton looks like trash. the calls have been terrible. They're not throwing the ball. They're just running it, and the Dolphins' defense has been great. And their offense will be good enough, I think, to cover the spread. So Miami minus 2.5.
Yeah, Cam Newton's terrible. He's not coming back. I don't think he gets re-signed by the Patriots.
I think his career is done.
He's done in football. He's done. He's terrible. He's throwing more interceptions than touchdowns, I'm pretty sure. I will put my life on that because that's how bad he is. He can only run the ball, and when he runs the ball, it's still not that great. So I like what the Miami Dolphins are doing. Do I like their decision-making with the QB? Not really.
Nope.
I think Fitzmagic should
Give
be the guy to
me
go
some
to.
Fitz magic, please.
Just the beard alone. Like, that guy has a majestic beard. He takes care of it, and a guy that takes care of his beard can take care of the ball. Remember that. So I'm going to go with Miami minus 2.5. I like the spread. I think they should honestly be up more with the spread. And, you know what? So I think it's going to be a steal. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but the Dolphins will find a way to score. And Zach said he's going to just basically say what I said and go Miami minus 2.5. So that's across the board. We got.
Oh, so bet on the Pats. Lock it in.
Yeah. You see,
Yeah.
Lock it in.
every time the analysts on like ESPN are like all for one team,
They lose.
they lose.
Yep.
It's kind of impressive that these guys who
So
get,
viewers, slam the New England Patriots and then cry because they're going to lose.
yeah, they're going to lose.
Yep.
Anyways, on to the next game. We got the Chiefs visiting the Saints. Chiefs are minus 3, over under at 51.5. High over total. Chiefs are looking good. Saints are looking good. Drew Brees is not back yet, Pat. How does that affect who you pick?
See, that kind of affected my decision a little bit. I thought Breeze might be back for this game. Not completely sure, but obviously after today, he's not going to be back. The New Orleans Saints just came off a devastating loss to the Eagles,
Yep.
to Jalen Hurts
Jalen
and
Hurts.
the Eagles. Jalen Hurts'
That
first
was-
game in the Eagles.
That was devastating to Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
I just
And-
can't believe they took this long to play Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean,
Wentz again.
Philadelphia
Wentz had
re-
an MVP caliber season, and in the season that the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I
They
guess
won
it's
the
hard to
Super
like
Bowl.
turn him away and be
And
like,
he's still pretty young, and he shows flashes. And also, that team has been riddled with injuries around him.
yeah.
yeah, that's true. I mean, they did just get their like almost a
tough.
whole wide receiving core back. They were without
But
him
for like 3
weeks.
weeks straight, the primary receiver on that team was Travis Fulgham, and I can guarantee you none of us knew who that was until he started playing. And we're like, oh, yo, he's projecting mad points in fantasy. Let's fucking pick him up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this game's honestly going to be a shootout in New Orleans. It's always hard to play in New Orleans, even without fans. I think they get that stadium pretty loud in there. That's why I can't pick either the Chiefs or the Saints. That's why I'm just going with the over 51.5. I think it's going to be a shootout. That's my pick.
All right.
If Breeze was playing, I would say the same thing as Pat, saying that I can't pick the Chiefs or the Saints in this game because Breeze is fucking amazing. But without Breeze, I don't think there's any doubt that Mahomes is going to carry out a dub here. You think he doesn't know that he's in a close MVP competition with Rodgers? He's at a ball. So even if he has to come back from behind, he's shown it several times this season that he's very capable of doing so. He showed it in the Super Bowl. So honestly, if there was a person I was never worried about, it would be Patrick Mahomes. So Chiefs -3. Let's get it.
I agree with Chiefs -3 all the way because I think the Saints are overvalued. I think they're thinking Taysom Hill is like better than he really is. He isn't. He can run the ball. He's a dual threat quarterback where he can run and kind of throw, but other than that, I just don't think he does not have the mentality and the experience that Patrick Mahomes has or the weapons. Saints do. I would say Saints have a better defense than the Chiefs. But I think I don't care how good your defense is. Pat Mahomes is gonna
Yeah.
throw or run all over you.
There's just no question.
So -3, I'm gonna take that because I at least get a push if they win by a field goal. But I think they're gonna win by probably a touchdown or more.
I would say so.
I would slam that. So and then Zach. Oh God, I gotta keep going back and forth because Zach is kind of lazy.
He's a mute.
Doesn't want to like talk. He's a mute. He's picking the over at 51.5. He's riding with Pat. Ride or die, baby.
He can never think for himself, man. This guy.
Yeah, I don't think he has one pick that isn't one of ours because he just
silly.
goes with he's just
He's a follower.
a follower.
He's a
He doesn't
follower.
go against the grain.
Yep.
He's scared.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like
what
a little
happens when you're skin and
puppy.
bones, bro. Skin
He's a
and
little
bones.
puppy, gets scared and just like shakes in his boots and just like is
Well, in his case,
pathetic.
just phones.
Yeah, shakes in his bones. But yeah, so on to the next game. The last game we got on for today is going to be the Browns visiting the Big Apple, the New York Giants. The Cleveland Browns are -4, over under at 45.5. Pat, what do you got going on in New York?
See, this one is honestly a little bit tough for me. This is I would say, must-win game for the Giants. The Giants desperately need this game to hopefully pull ahead of Washington in the division, I think. This is another test for the Giants as well. The Giants succeeded on their first test by beating the Seahawks 17-12. I think this is a very much improved Cleveland Browns team and a very much improved Baker Mayfield. So I think this one is just another test for the Giants, and that is why I don't trust them. I never do, and I'm picking Cleveland -3.5. Sorry, Monis.
This is a big game. This is a big game for both sides, and the reason it's a big game for both sides, big trade happened a little while back. OBJ, Olivier Vernon for Jabril Peppers, Dexter Lawrence, that ended up coming out of the draft pick that we got, and Kevin Zeitler on the O-line. And I was actually just reading an article the other day saying how the Giants came out on top in this trade because Dexter Lawrence is an absolute animal on the D-line. Jabril Peppers is coming in. He's just an absolute freak athlete. I love him. And OBJ he's been good when he plays, but he hasn't really been playing much. And even in last year, he wasn't good even when he played. So this is a big one. So this would really show like which team has come further since the trade. Obviously, right now it's probably the Browns, but I'm gonna say the Giants because they're gonna cover the spread and probably win the game. So Giants +4.
I hate the Giants. I hate the Giants so much in this game. Why? Because the Giants are frauds. They're not actually that good, and Danny Dimes shouldn't be Danny Dimes. It should be Danny sucks at football. Get him out of the league. And that's because Baker Mayfield's a beast. He's going to throw all over them. Great game against the Ravens. Unbelievable game at the Ravens. He played well. He balled out, and I think he's going to continue that against New York. New York does have a good defense, but they have a terrible offense, and that's why I think -4 is kind of nice for the Cleveland Browns. I think people are going to slam that.
Fun fact, the line has now moved to -6.5. So
Yeah, as we're recording this. So we picked
I
our
will be
bets.
putting more money on the Giants spread.
If you got it at 4, ride with it. -4 is very generous because I think the Browns just have an all-around good team this year. They're a sleeper team that I don't think a lot of people see coming, but they're very good. They have the best running back pair in the league with Chubbs and Hunt, and Baker Mayfield's kind of learning how to actually throw a football. And now they're dangerous. Javar Landry is good.
Javar, baby.
OBJ's out for the season, which sucks.
Javar Landry.
Javar, baby. Jarvis Landry is a beast.
Javar.
It's like Jafar from Aladdin.
That's what I was thinking of. And then Zach is also going to do the Browns -4 for Javar, baby. We're going to ride. This is part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to work on our punctuation and our how to say words. Our punctuation has to do with writing, so we're going to tune out here.
This was for Javar. Woo!
Javar, baby. Pat, what do you want Javar to do?
I want Javar to follow, like, subscribe to our YouTube. The tags right here down below. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can find us there. If you can't watch the videos on YouTube, watch the video on Instagram. If you can't watch the video on Instagram, we're on all your podcast streaming platforms. Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Wherever you listen to your podcasts, we're there. See you guys next week.
Peace out.